I recently ran a poll on Twitter asking who should be the Republican nominee in 2024. Trump or DeSantis? Maybe not very scientific, you might say, but then again, the vast majority of my American followers will have been Trump voters in 2016 and 2020, and the poll results were a lot closer than I expected. Trump won by just over a percentage point. I expected his margin of victory to be significantly higher, but it wasn't. This is representative of an increasingly fraught ideological struggle within the American right. More and more prominent Republicans are claiming that Trump is too divisive, a polarizing figure, and that he should step aside. Of course, Trump was the very definition of polarizing and divisive back in 2016 when he won. So why that matters now is anyone's guess. But then you have polls like this released by the Wall Street Journal over the weekend, showing Biden leading Trump by 6 points in a hypothetical matchup. Some questioned the size of sampling in the poll, but 6 points is still quite an alarming lead, especially given Biden's abject failure in Afghanistan, his inability to control runaway inflation, and his lurid demonization of tens of millions of MAGA Americans. Others point to polls showing DeSantis having a better chance of beating Biden. But then you look at the hypothetical GOP nominee polls, and no one can see beyond Trump. A recent Yahoo poll showed Trump crushing DeSantis by a margin of 49% to 31%. So how does DeSantis, whether he's a better option than Trump or not, even stand a chance of defeating that MAGA machine in the primaries? Let's take a pause now, though, to highlight the fantastic sponsor of this video. If you're like me, you're growing more and more concerned about the future. Inflation is at its highest level in 40 years. Interest rates are skyrocketing. Market experts like Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan, not only predict a recession, but they're using terms like unprecedented and economic hurricane. If you want to protect your future, do what I did. Call the only precious metals dealer that I trust, American Hartford Gold. They can show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. All it takes to get started is a short phone call, and they'll have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or inside your IRA or 401k. And they make it easy. They're the highest rated firm in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and thousands of satisfied clients. If you call them right now, they'll give you up to $1,500 of free silver on your first qualifying order. So don't wait, call them now. Call 866-932-6336. That's 866-932-6336. Or text Paul to 998899. Again, that's 866-932-6336. Or text Paul to 998899. You've seen how much I get demonetized, but by supporting my sponsor, you support me. I get sponsored, my sponsor gets patronized, they sponsor me again, and you get a great product. Everyone's a winner. So click the link in the description for American Hartford Gold. Now back to the video. Should neither Trump or Biden feature in the next presidential election? A significant number of Americans say that a second term for Biden or Trump would be the worst thing that could happen to the country. 41% of registered voters surveyed said Trump winning a second term in 2024 would be the worst thing that could happen, while 39% said the same of Biden. The plurality of Biden voters, 34%, don't want him to run again. In comparison, only 19% of Trump voters don't want him to run again. Fearful of his declining cognitive ability, many prominent Democrats are abandoning Biden entirely. The New York Times has run numerous hit pieces saying he should step aside. But then on the flip side, Fox News has seemingly frozen out Trump too. Both the Democratic and Republican establishment seem intent on distancing themselves from both Biden and Trump. And is Biden even going to make it to the debates in 2024, given that he can barely string a sentence together in 2022? And is Trump the best candidate for Republicans, whoever he comes up against in 2024? Is Trump a spent force? Is DeSantis the man to unseat this regime? Are both Trump and Biden finished? Or is Donald Trump still the only force of nature that can truly make America great again? Americans, let me know in the comments below. I'll be reading with no small degree of fascination. Get early access to videos, exclusive live streams, and personally DM me. You've seen how much I get demonetized all the time. Well, this is how you support me. By subscribing at pauljosephwatson.locals.com. Please click the link in the description.